Alright, hi Grammie, it's Rob, as you probably know, but for anyone who doesn't, I'm one of your many grandchildren, and this is Augie, and he's one of your many great-grandchildren. So unfortunately we can't make it up to your 95th birthday party, but we thought we'd do this little video for you to wish you a happy birthday, and send our love to you and to everyone else who's up there this weekend. So why don't I tell a little story. So I have very many fond memories with you, Grammie, but one that comes to mind is when you and Gramps came to my high school graduation in 1986. I think it was the tail end of your 50th wedding anniversary, which is also a remarkable feat. And you came to Deerfield, Massachusetts for my high school graduation. And after that graduation, you and Gramps and I went on a road trip to Vermont, to New York, through New Hampshire and across Massachusetts. And what we were looking for? Sherman graveyards, Sherman gravestones, anything that we could find. We also went to a couple museums. So anyway, so we were having some good luck, and in southeastern Vermont we came across a graveyard that was absolutely covered with trees, and it had brush and everything else, and it had gravestones that were tipped over and lots of things that could be scary. Does that sound scary to you? Yeah. Well, I can tell you that wasn't the scary part. There was a scary thing about it, and here's Henry joining us too. And what was scary about that, though, was there was poison ivy all over that graveyard. And I think every single one of those gravestones had a Sherman name on it, but nothing scared me there except that poison ivy, and I came down with a major case of it. But then we left there, and we headed over to New York, and we were looking for more graveyards with more Shermans buried in it. Not that your birthday is about being buried. So we went on, and we got lost, and I was the driver, and you and Gramps were there, and boy, we got lost, and I didn't help, and we needed to get out of it. But you were arguing over where to go, and really, I didn't tell you this before, Grammie, but I was siding with Gramps. But basically, you wanted to stop, and you wanted to ask the next person that we could find if they knew where the next Sherman graveyard was. And Gramps' position, if I remember it, was no one's going to know where the Sherman graveyards are, and so why stop and ask? And I was siding with him on that. And so anyway, but I didn't say anything because I knew this is going to be trouble for me if I say anything. In fact, I knew if I said anything about that, I'd be in a real pickle. And so I didn't want to do anything with that.
Daddy, I get it?
Sure. Oh, thanks.
I missed it the whole place.
All right. Augie just brought me a pickle. Reminds me of the pickle I was in. That's good. Thanks, Augie. So anyway, Grammie, you might remember, at least the way I remember it, is you decided and prevailed upon Gramps and me, and I was quiet, of course, so it was really upon Gramps, that we would stop at the next store, next rest stop, next anything. Oh, there's Josie back there now too. And we would stop and we would ask the first person we saw, if they knew anything about the Shermans and where that graveyard was. But I was still worried, and so I really thought that I was in a jam. And so, oh, thanks. Here's some jam. Thanks, Henry, for the jam. So, that's what we were going to do. So there was no more arguing in the car, and we kept driving, and we came around this corner, and what do we see? The very first store that we see is the Sherman family store, and it was right outside of a cemetery. And we all had the biggest laugh, and we didn't even have to ask anyone that question. And Grammie, you were right all along. The next thing we saw around the next corner would tell us where to go. But that was a wonderful trip, and I thank you for that trip and all the fond memories. And happy birthday, happy 95th birthday. And hey, you guys, let's sing a happy birthday to Grammie, okay? Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grammie. Happy birthday to you. All right, that's a take. Go ahead. You can cut it off, Henry. Bye-bye, everyone. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.